Can't change the camera settings.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Alright. Is it like sideways? Because it should be up now.
It's pulling up right now.
Yeah, see,
We're
it's
fucking sideways, Prez.
We're sideways?
I know.
Figure it out, producer Prez. Let's go.
Thank
Concurrent
goodness.
viewers.
Huh?
We have 2 concurrent viewers.
What does that mean?
That means you have 2.
What does that mean?
That means you have 2 people watching.
All right, that's awesome.
And we got Prez fixing the camera. It looks good. He's getting it ready.
Alright,
There we go.
should be good.
There we go. That looks much better. Alrighty.
All right, are we ready?
We're ready to go. Are you ready
All
to go,
right.
Coach?
I just put it on Facebook, going live now.
Alrighty.
Yep, Lisa Villa posted a link.
Here we go.
Okay.
Mr. Max is sleeping, so that means he's ready to go. Nibs is over there. Prez, you're good behind the camera?
Yep.
Alright,
Okay.
let's do this. 3, 2, 1. What's going on, everybody? Here we go. Episode 19, Make the Right Play. We're here on this Monday afternoon. We got the coach over here on my left. We have producer Prez behind the camera. Producer Prez, thank God you're here, fixing our live stream for us. We have Nibs on the couch in the frame, and we have, Max is in the frame. I apologize.
Yes.
Mr. Max is in the frame with us today, and Nibs is off to the side on our right. Coach, how we doing?
I'm
How are you?
freezing.
You're
I'm
freezing.
freezing. I'm so cold. I can't even believe
I don't know
it.
how you're freezing since it was 80 degrees all day.
Probably because I was doing the 2.5-hour driving lesson for your brother.
You were doing a
That's
2.5 hour driving lesson. So for which one? This one?
No, he's going to get his permit next
Right.
week for Gabriel because
On
he's taking
Friday.
his driving test tomorrow at 8:45 in the morning or 8:15.
Did you tell him to put it in park?
I did,
you tell him?
actually.
You were like,
I did.
And the most important thing that you do is put the car in park.
And then he
when
did
you
try to
get
go
to
in
your
reverse at
destination.
one point, and the car was in neutral. And I was just like, oh. Well, a lot.
That's
He's come a
debatable.
long way in 2 weeks. Let's
Has
just
it
say
come a
that.
long way in 2
Yeah.
weeks? All right,
He was
we'll see.
he was good on the highway today.
Yeah,
driving
I have been putting my since
You have put your life on the line.
for weeks. Like I've been having
You're
to drive
better like
to West
front
Haven.
lawn.
And then I get an attitude because he's having so much trouble doing the backup parking. And then he leaves for work in a huff.
Oh man.
Like
All
not
pissed
even
off?
a thank you. Not even like thanks for. I had to teach him how to pump gas today. It was we were out there for a while, and it's like I have other things to worry about in
Yeah.
my life besides driving lessons.
How does he know that I want to back in?
I don't know.
Well, you know he can't use the camera. Were you teaching him to use the camera?
No,
Because he can't
I
use
was.
it.
I said you got to use the mirrors.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was traumatic.
I can imagine. Sounds very traumatic.
It was.
Having to deal with that today.
Yeah, so I had to deal with that, and then we got some back.
Like, I don't think there's any feed going to it right now. So I just refreshed. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at my studio here.
Oh gosh, this is just such bush league. We
Well-
could do better. We really could do better than this. I'm just saying, this is bush league.
Well, not
I know.
Now our
it's-
viewers feel abandoned. They're like, fuck.
No.
Well, just stare at the camera the whole time. Don't let it go dark.
Yeah.
Don't go on your phone. You're not allowed. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this again. 3, 2, 1. What's going on, everybody? Here we go. Episode 19 of Make the Right Play. We're here on this dark and gloomy Monday afternoon. We got the coach over here on my left. Mr. Max is laying on our legs. We got producer Prez behind the camera. For our YouTube live streamers, we got Nibs over there by the window. We're off and running on a new week of we're almost at Memorial Day, Coach. Summer is around the corner. Can you start to feel it coming? Was it 80 degrees a little
You know what? I couldn't tell you how it felt outside today because
Well,
I
you're
spent the whole day
shivering
in
over
the
there
car. I'm freezing.
underneath your blanket.
I'm totally freezing. I'm so cold.
What's going on over there, Coach? How are you doing today?
I've had a very stressful day, to be honest with you.
So what's going on? What happened in your stressful day?
Well, I don't want to go into all the details about how my day started, but then
Oh my.
I did a 2.5-hour driving lesson with your brother,
Yes.
so that was kind of stressful.
Right. So this is Gabe, right?
Right.
Okay. So
He
Gabe.
has his driving test tomorrow morning at 8:15. So as soon as Olivia gets on the bus, I'm heading to Hamden so he can go.
Hamden DMV.
Yeah,
That's asshole.
I know.
You have to go to the DMV.
Yeah, he's taking.
The worst
He's
place
18.
in the whole wide world.
Yeah,
It's awful.
it's.
It's really the worst place ever.
What are you gonna do? That's where I'll be tomorrow morning.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And I have to leave my own car in the hands of Gabriel in the driving.
Okay, so he does the test in your car.
Yeah.
Wow.
In that big huge truck.
Wow. That's some car to take your test in. That's quite the.
I know,
the
and he's gonna be
test-taking
back,
car.
and I know he's hopefully the driving teacher will give him a little bit of slack. Hopefully.
Well, I hope so. Hopefully he remembers to put the car in park.
Yes.
That's the most important thing.
I think he will.
I hope you stressed that hard today.
I did.
Put the car in park.
I did stress.
And then
it
Producer
hard.
Cross is taking his permit test this
Friday.
Friday?
This Friday?
This Friday. he
Oh,
takes his
wow.
permit test.
At 11:45 in Cheshire.
Wow.
Of course, he booked it in Cheshire.
Well,
Well,
no,
that's
because
the
that
way
was
it's
the
been.
only time that it was
That's where
open.
I took mine.
Hamden was booked up till like
Yeah.
June, back in like February.
Really?
When we scheduled it. It was crazy. This was the earliest appointment I could get.
Lots of 16-year-olds taking their permit
What
test.
time is your permit test?
11:45.
So you're missing school to take the permit test?
Yes, I am. Like every other kid.
I didn't miss school. I went after school.
Oh
Oh
well.
God, who's taking you? Me or Dad?
Whichever one.
All right. If
All
I don't
right.
have a demo, I'll take you.
Okay.
Scott Villa's got to get out there.
I think I'll be good. I was like
Poor
reading
Scott
the
Miller.
manual
He
last
had a rough
night.
day today.
Did he have a rough day?
Scott had a very bad day.
Oh man.
So
What a
this
rough-
was the
what a
real
rough day
thing.
at house. Yeah. So share the big news. We have some news going on.
So our
we-
buyer got cold feet.
Got cold feet. Little pussy. Fucking backed out. I hope you listen
Backed
to us.
out.
You French fuck. Backed out of the deal.
Well, we had the
Pussy.
homeowner's inspection.
Pussy.
And there was nothing serious in the homeowner's inspection. But I think it was just like a bunch of little things here or there.
I heard it was the wobbly railing that made him not want to sit by the house.
Wobbly railing was
That's
one
what I
thing.
heard. I heard
Which I
that
kind
it
of
was a
agree.
railing
I'm gonna
that
have
was
to
a little
go if it's
shaky
a wobbly railing.
in the foyer area that caused the sale to not go through.
No.
That's what I heard.
I heard that it was the attic.
He's a little
Not
bitch. He
being
can't go down
not
the
being
stairs.
cleaned in 20 years. That when they couldn't inspect the attic because there was so much stuff in it.
You could get up there. That guy's a little bitch.
No, they couldn't. They couldn't get to the window.
Prez, I'm
Okay.
seeing excellent connection on our thing right now.
Okay, that's
Producer
good.
Prez is behind the camera making sure our live stream's working. As everybody knows, we had a little difficulty last week because of an update in our camera software.
It's always something.
So, we're
It's
trying.
always something.
We
And
gotta hire a
then
tech guy.
the outlets didn't work, but that's because they don't know that there's a switch. That you
Yeah.
have to turn on the switch,
Yep.
and then the outdoor outlets work. Because
Oh
my
my
husband
goodness.
does an amazing Christmas display every year. I have to
Yes.
give him credit.
Yeah,
Like, he
for
really
those that
puts
don't
his
live in
heart and soul.
Brantford, we do have the best Christmas lights in all of the land. There's
I-
no debate.
He really puts his heart and soul into it. So one year, what I did was I upgraded the electrical outside.
Yep.
So we had a bunch of outlets so we could easily plug in his Christmas lights. And then rather than having to go out in the cold and unplug stuff, or
Yeah.
the switch is inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
So you just go to one switch, you shut it off, the lights go out.
Yep.
And it's in the garage. So they said that the outlets didn't work outdoor because they didn't know about the
Because they didn't know that they
switch.
had to go switch it on.
So I'm like, you know what? We'll
Yeah,
put it
what are you-
posted.
What are you gonna do?
Well,
We'll
Dad's
figure it
not
out
worried
next
at
time.
all. Dad's like, let me tell you, this house is great.
That's right.
And
That's right. I don't think that we're not gonna find a buyer.
well, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Coach is ready to stay. She said that's a sign. Pack the shit up. Let's put the
Get the
pictures
clutter.
back up in the living room, and let's carry on.
And let me paint my foyer yellow again.
Yep. Coach is ready. She's ready to throw in the towel.
But Dad is,
Start sweating, Chris. Start sweating. Start sweating. You should be a little nervous that sale didn't go through.
Well, poor Olivia was crying so much. I was surprised.
She was upset.
She was so upset. She's like,
That the sale
"Oh,
didn't
I
go
want to
Yeah.
put my toes in the sand with my mother."
Wow.
Wasn't
was really
when I got
upset.
picked up.
Wow, she wasn't happy. Oh my goodness, what a hectic household today.
Oh, it was.
My
and then,
goodness.
I had to rush, get her fast food. I was bad because
Yeah.
I wasn't home all day to do anything.
Yeah, because we were doing
Driving
that.
school. And so then I went and I got a fast food because then she had soccer. So she had dance after school, then she had to rush off to soccer right
Yeah.
afterwards. The kid didn't even get 2 minutes of a break. And then your dad came home to yell about the bad homeowners inspection report.
He's fired up about the homeowners.
Oh, he's
inspection.
mad too because I was like, well, Scott, you might have to do a couple of things. And he wasn't happy about it. He's never happy when he has to do something.
Well, like you said, you never seen him work so hard when to sell the house. Not just selling the house, he was working hard. And
Yeah.
then he thought it was all done. He was like set and he was like, I did it.
I know.
I am victorious.
Well, that was kind of like what we were fighting about
And then
earlier today. Because he was like, I feel like you don't want to move. And I'm like, well,
Because you don't.
well, and
Love
I'm
on
like,
the air. Love on the air.
well, no, I'm just saying, like,
Get it out there.
I worked really hard to make a nice house
Yes.
and to, like this is home, right?
You're ready to pay the state of Connecticut.
But I'm like, in Florida, it's like I don't want to go there, and it's like I have to start from scratch. I'm 47. I'm not 27.
That's right.
I was like, I had nerve damage from all the painting I had to do myself. Like, I busted my ass to get this house up into the 2000s.
Yeah.
It looked like 1964 when we bought it.
That's right, Coach.
I have to say, we were
blood, sweat, and
suckers.
tears.
We were real suckers because we let a crack go in the foundation because it was just like an ugly crack. It wasn't like a structural crack. So we were like, who cares? Like, we let a lot of stuff
Well,
go.
you're also. I feel like you weren't as familiar with the house living aspect of things. I think being from the apartment and from the city. And
Well,
everything,
plus I grew up in an apartment from the
Yeah.
1920s, so
Exactly.
everything needed to be repaired.
this looked like.
This was a
Yeah, it
palace.
was like, oh, damn right. Let's go.
This was
This
1960s.
was a palace. I was like, oh my
How
gosh,
dated.
this is like Brady Bunch. This is so modern.
So crazy news coming out of the Villa household. The Villas might stay.
I don't know. We'll
I
have
don't
to
know.
see
We'll
what
have to see.
happens.
Might stay in Brantford. Might go. I don't know.
I don't know. Dad was not happy, but he's confident.
He's confident in his ability to sell the house.
Yes, he is.
All right.
He's
so
like,
that should be interesting.
once people are sweating their ass off, they're gonna want to take a dip in that pool.
And then you're gonna be like, not until you pay the fine. Let's just slip up there real quick with the first.
So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You know who could buy this house? Andrew Cuomo with his $5 million book deal.
Well,
He can sell the
maybe
house. He
maybe
can buy it.
some of those senior citizens' families will sue his ass and get some of that money back
Get some of that money. Yeah.
for wrongful
Maybe.
death.
Yeah.
Because he's profiting off of their deaths.
He is.
He literally is profiting off of their. Andrew Cuomo's probably gonna end up going to hell.
Yeah, I would agree. Him and his brother Chris, they'll both go together. Fredo.
Well, I mean, but he really killed all those old people.
He did.
You
And
know,
his
and
brother
he
covered
sexually
him up-
harassed
covered it
all
up.
those women.
Covered it up with him. Chris.
Well,
Chris
his
was up,
brother
right?
works for CNN. And CNN covers up everything for every
Yeah.
Democrat. It's not just his brother.
No.
It's Joe Biden. It's Bill Clinton. If you're a Democrat, they're covering up for you.
It's Nancy Pelosi.
They're equal
Kamala
opportunity
Harris.
cover-uppers for Democrats.
I would agree. I would agree with you.
You
They
know?
are. I hate CNN. CNN's a terrible network.
Let me tell you, the most shocking thing is what's going on in the Middle East.
Yep.
And how the Democrats are just showing their anti-Semitism. They're not even hiding it.
They're the biggest
They're
anti-Jews.
just like, there
I've
was
ever
one
seen.
guy
Ever.
who's a news contributor to CNN
Yep.
who said, you know what the world needs now? A new Hitler.
Oh my.
That is a CNN
Said it
contributor.
on the air? On the air?
He tweeted it.
He tweeted
He
it.
tweeted what
He
the world
tweeted
needs
it.
now is a new Hitler.
Wow. Wow.
I have to give CNN credit. At least they fired him for that.
They fired him for
They
it?
did fire him for
They
it.
should have kept them.
But those are the type of people who work for CNN.
They should have owned it and been like, yeah, that's what they
I
want.
mean, it's so
They should own it.
ridiculous.
They should own
Then
it.
Hamas is hiding in the AP building.
Yeah.
AP knows like that Hamas literally has a gun to their head and that they have to report fake news because
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
they'll get killed and decapitated if they don't.
Yep.
So Hamas is hiding in the AP and Israel's just like, listen, we're gonna come get you.
Yeah.
This is war.
Yeah,
like we're in
it
a
is.
war right now.
The Jews are not taking any shit over there.
They're in a
done.
war. They're like, we're at war right now.
Yeah. And the Jews and Hamas have been going back and forth for a long time, and I think that this is like the final straw where they're like, we're just gonna take you out because we're done. Like they're done with Hamas.
I think they know that they can't rely on the United States right now.
No, they can't.
So their attitude is, it's up to us. So if we're gonna make a mistake, we're gonna make a mistake our way.
Yeah.
But we're
No, I
not gonna
agree.
rely on Joe Biden
Yeah, Joe Biden ain't
to
saying
save
shit.
our asses.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's really serious right now.
it is.
But I can't get over how anti-Semitic the mainstream media is. And they're trying to even, like, there's this huge war going on, and the biggest topic still is Liz Cheney got so dissed by the Republicans. Like, they give a crap about the Republican
They
Party.
don't give a shit about Liz
I'm
Cheney.
so sick of
They
hearing
don't.
about
They
this
don't give a shit about
woman.
Liz Cheney. Who? Like I said, I said it last week. I was like, who even is Liz Cheney?
She
Like, I don't
is.
even know who that is. It's Iron Dick's daughter, right? Iron Dick, Dick Cheney.
Yes.
Iron Dick. Yeah, that's his daughter. And
Well,
nobody gives a shit about Iron Dick.
They hated that man the whole time that Bush was president. He
Yeah.
was the devil. He was Darth Vader. He was like any bad name you can come up with.
That's right,
under the
Iron
sun.
Dick.
So then Liz Cheney is, this congresswoman. Nobody really cared about her. Like, you
Yeah.
never. But she hates Trump.
hmm
So because she hates Trump,
Well, once you hate Trump, once you come out and say I hate
right,
President Trump, then the news will be like,
you become a
Excuse me.
superhero. Right, you become a superhero.
Yeah,
And the
then they
Republicans
just
are
wanna
like,
talk about
listen,
it.
you're either with us or against us. But
Yeah.
let me tell you, Trump is like, you know why the Democrats are so strong?
Mhm.
It's because they don't turn on each other.
yeah,
So if you Republicans want to start winning and stop being so weak, you have to stop turning on each other and start being,
get
Loyal.
on board.
well, let me tell you, man, I think Matt Gaetz is going to get off on this whole situation.
Yeah, I haven't heard too much about what's going on because
Well,
I remember we were
the
saying
guy that
it
he's
was looking like
associated
he
with
was gonna
just pled guilty.
go. Yeah.
So I'm sure that there's some kind of plea bargain where it's like now you have to throw Matt Gaetz under the bus. But
Yeah.
who knows?
Who
Who
knows?
knows? Because all I know is that everybody's an unnamed source.
Mm.
And Matt Gaetz really scares people. And he was the one who went after Liz Cheney.
Yeah.
He's the one who buried her. But,
Yeah.
and you know what they say, if you're going to bury someone,
Dig a hole.
dig two.
Yeah.
Because now he may end up getting buried. It's a very dangerous game to try to bury people.
It is a very, very dangerous game.
It is. So, I mean, the news has been very exciting, I have to
It
say.
has. It's got we got some juice going around in the news. A little
You
bit.
know what else I found so interesting?
What's that?
The Yankee outfielder with the COVID now?
Which one?
Is it-
Oh, Stanton.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got COVID.
I'm like, the whole team got vaccinated,
Yeah.
and there's a COVID outbreak in the New York Yankees.
It doesn't matter. We don't need him. Judges leading the league in home runs.
But the whole point is
You
that
don't
then they said that they're gonna, that maybe it was the wrong test.
Oh, they're saying that it is.
Yeah, because the doctors can't explain it. Because
Yeah,
they're
'cause
all
it looks bad.
vaccinated and they all have COVID.
It looks
So
bad.
I think it's better if you've been vaccinated, you should wear a mask.
Yeah.
Because you could be completely asymptomatic.
Well, I was actually
You're more
saying that-
dangerous if
I
you've
was
been
saying that the other
vaccinated.
day because I was telling Lauren, I was saying, it's honestly more dangerous to have the vaccine because the vaccine doesn't actually protect you from COVID. It just makes you asymptomatic. So that makes it easier to spread.
That's what I
Well,
was
so
thinking.
That's what I said at lunch today, because this kid wouldn't shut up about how he got vaccinated. So then
Yeah,
he was
it's
like,
like-
oh, but I could still get and be asymptomatic. So I was like, then put your damn mask on and shut up.
Right, because you could have it right now.
Well,
sucker.
I feel like it's better to have the symptoms so that you know you're sick, so then you could stay home. Like if you're asymptomatic,
Well, why do you think-
and then you go hug it out with
Yeah.
grandma,
Yeah.
eating her chocolate chip cookies, then you're fucked. Like you just killed off your grandma right there.
Unless she was vaccinated.
Well,
Because what they're trying to say is that it lessens the symptoms so that you won't have to go to the hospital. So then who cares if people don't get vaccinated?
Yeah, it's like who gives a shit?
Because,
You want that hospital money? You gotta pay it. So it's like $3,000 a night.
all I know is that when I had COVID, the only thing I did was watch Bridgerton.
Yes,
And cook. I was
soft
still
porn.
able to cook and do laundry and do everything like as if I had nothing.
That's right.
So, I mean,
You fought right through COVID twice,
the first time I was really sick, but that went undiagnosed.
undiagnosed.
But the
So we don't
first
know
time
if-
I was
we don't know
really
for sure, but we do
But
know.
the
It could
second
have just been a
time,
plague.
it could have just been the plague, that's true.
Yeah, it could have been
It was the
Bubonic.
China virus. The China virus.
Oh God.
I know. How about that?
Well, you know, so I thought that was really interesting. I said, now one of the players has COVID.
Yeah.
This is the
The
plot
whole
thickens.
coaching staff has COVID.
But now a player
Aaron
does
Boone has
too.
COVID too.
I'm not sure. I just heard that like 5 of the coaches tested
Oh.
positive.
There's 7 cases now.
And in the Yankees.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just saying, like, believe me, this is just the biggest farce.
How about I don't know if you watched any hockey last night. Did you catch any of the Panther game last night?
I absolutely did not watch any hockey
You
last
didn't
night.
watch any hockey. So anyway, they had fans in the stands. 80%, I believe, at the Panther game. Place was rocking.
In Florida?
It was crazy. Like it
was
like
old
old school. Like let's get crazy. The players were destroying
The
each
Rat
other.
Pack.
It was 5-4 Tampa, the final. They scored in the last 30 seconds.
Oh.
But it was crazy. Like the building was shaking the whole time. The announcers were loving it because it was like, it was real playoff.
It was like back
Like,
to,
it was packed. Like let's go.
What was I doing last night that I wasn't?
It was
Oh,
great.
we were running around. No, you know what happened?
What happened?
So I was running around all day because President's confirmation's coming up on
Yes.
Sunday.
Yep.
So I needed to make sure that he had a nice suit because I want him to look good. It's
Yeah.
his confirmation. He's
Did you,
becoming a
did you
man.
change up your shirt and tie combo? What are you going with?
Oh,
it's-
let him surprise. It's gonna
Let him
be
surprise?
sharp. Oh,
All right.
gorgeous.
I'm looking
It's just
forward to it.
gorgeous, right?
Yep.
He looks fantastic. So I'm so happy. And then I come home, and then Gabe needs me to pick him up.
From where?
No, from Senior Circle. The
Oh,
senior,
yes.
the last show
Yes,
of
we were
Little
talking
Shop
about
of
his
Horrors.
speech that he was going to give.
Right.
And he I heard he sparked some drama that he was like, I'm not
He
going to miss
did
any of you
because
guys. You guys
you
are
know what it
losers.
is? No,
Have fun
he
in
didn't
Boston, that
say.
shithole
No,
city.
he did not
No.
say
That's what
that.
he said. That's what I heard.
No. What happened was
Second class.
is that he says, like always in the past, like everybody's very catty.
Yeah.
He's like, people say that jocks are mean. He's like, jocks are not mean. He's like, theater people are the mean ones.
Wow.
He's like, I've been on the football team,
Put
and
him-
no one
put
was
him-
ever as mean to me in football as they were in that theater program when he was a sophomore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
With the whole,
Yeah, they were so
Oh,
mean.
they were
You got
so
the
mean
lead.
to him. Like, they really was so
Him
mean
and
to
Alina
him.
just got bullied that
Yeah.
whole year.
They really, like, so he has, honestly, like, he's never been the same since then.
Yeah.
He
no,
really
I agree.
hasn't. But you know what I told him? I said, you better toughen up, boy, because you're going to New York City,
And
and it's
cutthroat.
gonna be cutthroat. So you
Yeah.
better toughen up, little boy, and stop being,
That's right. Man up, pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
No safe spaces in the theater program.
No.
That's right.
The meanest person was to me too. I'll never forget one day, right? I had to go buy a play. So you have to go to the actor's bookstore.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah.
can't go to a regular bookstore. You have to go to a special bookstore when you need to buy like these
A
plays. and-
special book.
a very special bookstore. So, listen, I grew up on the Lower East Side. I did not grow up in Whitelandia reading Shakespeare and having mean theater kids.
You're like, what is that?
Let me put it to you this way. Anybody who did any kind of acting and theater stuff in New York, your ass better have been good.
Yeah.
You had to be good because, let me tell you, you would have been booed off the stage.
That's right.
Like here, they all cheer for you louder.
The coach was good.
Like,
The
people,
coach was good.
let me tell you, people, the voice cracks and they get the loudest applause.
Yeah.
Here
Yeah.
in Branford, like they're like, ah, oh yeah, woo, that's how they act, right?
Yeah.
In New York,
It's
they
a
would have been
yes,
like,
dog
you need
shit,
to get
dog
your
shit."
ass off the stage. You suck. Like, I mean, it's
Yeah, they throw
complete
tomatoes
opposite.
at you. They're like, you're
Like
fucking
you
dog
need
shit,
to, you
suck.
need to be ready. And we're in New York when it comes to the theater program,
Don't
right?
quit your day job.
Exactly. Like tomatoes will be coming at you.
Yeah.
So
Not here in Bradford though.
it's totally different. So they tell
Yeah.
me they had to get some kind of Shakespeare thing. I can't remember. So I
Right.
go in the bookstore. And I'm like, I have to get this thing. Can you tell me? She was like, I am not gonna tell you. Like she had like this whole big attitude. So, I was kind of hot back then.
Yeah, that's right.
So then there was like this other guy. He was like, oh, do you need some help? I'll help you.
Right.
And he was another
He's a
customer.
support.
Oh, yeah. So he gave me
Yeah.
the support I needed.
There we go.
So then
Well done, man.
some asshole who's friends with the catty bitch who worked in the store because he's like another like freaking jerk.
Yeah.
Is that a dog in your pocket?
A dog.
Yeah, that's a good. Is that because I love fur things? Like back in my day, I used to have like a fur boa. I had fur gloves. Like I used to like have fun with my life.
Right.
So I'm like, and I'm like, what? And they're like, is that a dog? And then I take out the gloves and I'm waving it. And I'm like, these are gloves. They're gloves. And then you could see like the other customer.
You with it. You should have.
I should have. I should have been like, now I want to duel. I should have been like, I demand to duel.
Oh God, imagine with the Lower East Side liaison.
Right in the store.
But and then they got scared because like I jumped ugly, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh shit! Like this isn't one of us. Like this is a wild one here."
Right.
So I'll never forget it. I'm like, I can't believe how mean they were to me just for me buying this book.
Yeah.
So I understand, like Gabe, theater people can be kind of mean. So he's always like, I can't wait. So he goes, I am not going to do theater circle. Like in the past where everybody's like, I love you so much. I'm going to miss you. This is so hard. He goes, I'm going to let them know.
How much of a fucking...
No, he's just said, he goes, I'm not going to miss you. I really, half of you, I hope to never see again.
Yep.
And I'm just very excited about the future.
Yeah. Brutal.
So I told him, I said, well, did you mention the part about how when people suck, they get the loudest applause? He goes, I forgot to tell them that if you get the loudest applause, that means you actually need to work on something. He goes, I forgot that part. So I was like, that was a complete flop of your speech then.
Yeah,
like,
it was terrible.
But he said, after he said that, then a lot of people started coming out and being like, I'm excited about the next chapter. But, you have to be honest in life.
I would have been like, no, never mind. I don't.
But he did tell me there was one girl, I don't want to mention her name, but there was one girl that he's known since Tabor. Mm-hmm. And she came up to him and she was crying and she goes, I'm really going to miss you. And he goes, I don't know what the hell happened to me, but I literally had tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
And he said, and I got so emotional over this girl because, like, it hurt him that he was going to, like, this girl who wasn't mean to him, that he's known since, she's like 3-4 years old, that now he's not going to see her anymore. And, like, he could tell, like, she really appreciated working with him in the theater program. And so then he felt kind of bad about that. Like, he said, Mom, I almost started crying.
Wow.
She really got me. So he did have a very good emotional experience. But he said some of the people are so mean. Then, like, they all chipped in for these flowers. And he goes, and then they gave the director the crappiest flowers. He goes, where did all my money go? Give me my money back. He goes, I think it looks like you got it from the dollar store. Right. If we all chipped in $5, they should have gotten this kick-ass bouquet. What is that crap?
Yeah, he's right.
And they were like, you're such an asshole. You're so cheap. And he goes, let me see your ass working at McDonald's, working hard for the money.
Yeah.
He goes, I work really hard for my money. It's not like my daddy just bankrolls me.
Yeah.
Which is true. He
he's
has to have a job. So, it was a very emotional day. So then I take him to Chipotle, and they don't do quesadillas unless you order it online.
No. Gabe's had some rough luck at Chipotle. He's had some rough luck. I'll never forget the one time I picked him up from work. And he goes, I really want Moe's. And of course, Brantford's such a piece of shit town that they don't have the Moe's anymore. The Moe's left. So we were like, all right, we'll settle for Chipotle. Chipotle. And this is like right as we were starting to open things up after COVID. So it was like that hard 9:30 cutoff where it was like, you fucking miss 9:30, you're fucked. It's all over for you. So, we're hauling ass to get there. I picked him up at like, he came out of McDonald's at like 9:10. And this is McDonald's in North Brantford, so you got to get to Chipotle.
Yeah, it's a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, so we're hauling ass. We got there at 9:20. We run in. And Gabe goes, oh, can I have chips? And they go, we're all out of chips and we're not making any more. And Gabe, like, almost, I thought, threw the bowl at the person. He, like, didn't even want to eat it. Like, we came home and he was like, I didn't want to fucking eat this bowl without my fucking chips. What the fuck? Like, he was pissed. Like, he was really upset at Chipotle that they didn't have any chips. And I'm shocked that he actually went back to Chipotle.
Well,
I thought he would never go back.
Yesterday,
I didn't think he will.
Believe it.
Well, yesterday they said, we can't make you a quesadilla because you have to pre-order it online. And he goes, what do you mean? It was like the dentist was at Chipotle.
Yeah.
He exploded.
Like, you can't put some fucking cheese in a tortilla
That's
and throw
what
that shit on the grill.
That's exactly what
Like,
he said.
what the fuck?
And
People are so lazy. That's the problem. People are just so fucking lazy that they're like, no, we're not going to make it for you because that means we'd have to leave the front fucking counter and take 2 steps to the right and go to the grill
They
and
made
cook
me a
it.
quesadilla for Olivia.
Yeah.
When I went there the other day,
That's
she
a
wanted.
disgrace.
Well, and he was so angry, so he has this huge explosion. He's going nuts at Chipotle because he's so hungry. Because God forbid they even had like a little cake for the seniors or something.
Why? Because of COVID?
Well, that's what they said. So they couldn't even get like a little cake.
Talk
or
about
something.
being cheap. They're like, Gabe, you're so cheap, but you can't even fucking go get some catering.
I know.
Can't get something
I mean, they
catered.
could
You
have
should
at
have
least
seen
done
the
a little cake or
spread
something.
that we had at frickin' Lauren's cousin's first communion the other day.
Oh, how was
yesterday,
it?
because I was in Long Island. First of all, fuck New York traffic. I had to sit in 3.5 hours of traffic to get to Bethpage yesterday. I was pissed. 3.5 hours.
And
Should've
it wasn't
took the
even
ferry.
the Belmont Steaks or anything.
No.
It was just
It was
welcome
just,
to
yeah,
New York.
like
Welcome to
3.5
New
hours
York.
of traffic. I was furious.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the
awful.
worst. That's why I
So-
laugh at people.
And then it was
complaining about
hot.
traffic.
Like, so then I'm like sweating my ass off in the car. Hot. But anyway, yeah.
You should
So
have taken the boat.
quite well. The problem is the boat goes to the far, like it goes towards
It goes in the middle.
Riverhead. And it's not that much in the middle.
It's kind
Like
of
it's quicker without traffic. It's quicker to drive to
right.
Bethpage.
But when there's traffic,
But
take
when
the
there's
boat.
traffic, yeah, we'll have to take. I'm never driving on the weekend again to Bethpage. It'll never happen.
Just take the
Yeah,
boat.
they even
That's
have the
what we
billboard.
did.
Skip the traffic,
It'll-
take the
it'll
ferry.
Straight boat.
Remember when Dad had that dinner? We took the boat. We
Yeah.
all took the boat because we're like, and it was better.
It
It
was
was
better.
so much more civilized.
It was better, but anyway, yeah, quite gorgeous spread
Mm-hmm.
at this first community chicken parm. They had steak tips, they had fried calamari, they had quite the bread spread.
My mouth is watering.
I was like, look at this spread, and then you're telling me that they don't even have a little
Not even a
shitty
kids-
one of those like shitty sandwiches that they used to give us all the time when they cater like Subway or something.
No, but I mean, at least even just get the seniors a sugar cupcake or something
Yeah.
if you're afraid. Like, I mean, I just feel like for stuff like that, just do a little something for the kids too.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean?
100%, yeah.
So, so he's starving and he had an explosion. He turns around. What does he see? People from Branford High School. And he was like, all I wanted was a quesadilla. He's so embarrassed. And they were like, oh, we get it, Gabe. We get it.
I'd be tired. I'd be pissed. Gabe had every right to erupt at the Chipotle.
Yeah.
I'd be furious. It's like, it's not like I'm asking you to make me a filet mignon. Like, I'm asking for 2 tortillas
Yeah.
placed and cheese in the middle. It's not that hard. And that grill is so hot, you could cook that shit in maybe 3 minutes.
Not even, yeah. I mean, it's just, and it has the double-sided pan.
Yeah.
They just don't care.
No,
There's no
they don't.
more pride in the service industry anymore.
Yeah.
There really isn't like that whole attitude where it's like, be my guest, put our service to the test.
I
Like,
agree.
and it's a shame.
Yeah.
It really is a shame.
No, I know. Well, speaking of which, it's funny because, Lauren and I, we like to get dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, let's grill hamburgers. Like we'll grill hamburgers, right? So I needed to get propane, and now you usually don't go get the propane tank filled. You just exchange
Swap
it.
out, yeah.
Swap out. You go to the exchanges, right? So I went to Walmart to get the propane thing exchanged. The West Haven Walmart may be the worst place I think on the planet. It is so bad. The customer service was the worst customer service I've ever experienced in my life. I waited on the line. There was 2 people in front of me. It's not like I waited on a giant line where I had like 10 people in front of me. 2 people in front of me. It took me 35 minutes on the line to get 2 spaces ahead to speak with someone.
You should have drove to Goodies.
Then it was a 2-minute exchange between me and the guy. I was like, here's $10. I need an exchange. Then he goes, yeah, I don't have the key for the propane thing. The guy that does the carts outside has the key. So you have to go find him. So then I had to go play Where's Waldo in the parking lot to find this guy. I walked an entire lap around the Walmart parking lot. I find this guy smoking a cigarette in his car. He's sitting in his car smoking a cigarette.
That's your fault. You should have drove to Goodies. And
Yeah.
went to Goodies and just
I
got
should have
the
drove to
program.
Home Depot. I should have drove the extra 10
I
minutes
gotta
down
tell
the road.
you,
What's Home
Taylor
Depot?
Rental treated with class here.
Taylor Rental, I know.
Taylor
You
Rental, they're
drive
the
right
best.
up to the thing. They fill it for you.
Yeah,
they
they're
put it
the
right
best.
in your car. It's great.
I love Taylor Rental. Goodies and
Yeah.
Taylor Rental. I won't get
I know.
propane anyplace
I
else.
was like, I was so pissed. I
And
was
we
like,
take multiple tanks with us.
You do. You take
Imagine
like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I know. I took 1.
And it
tank.
took you an hour.
It took me an hour swap out a propane tank. Blue Rhino.
Oh.
Yes.
Man, yesterday was exhausting.
Yeah.
So then I had to take him someplace else to get dinner. We were just so tired. So then we came home, and Dad was in a bad mood because he had to look at some contracts, and they were literally in Greek.
No.
They didn't send him the contracts in English.
The
They were
contracts
literally
were in a
Greek.
different language.
You know that joke when people are like, what is this, Greek? It literally was Greek. They sent him a Greek. So he was in a good mood, and then I was having one of my friends come over, and he was all pissy and bitchy. So I'm like, oh, forget it, I'll cancel. So I didn't think that she was going to be here because I'm out running around with Gabe, and then she came over. So that was good that I got to talk to my friend for a little bit. And then after that, it was, you know, Olivia has to do the tuck-in, and then,
Yeah.
but we were exhausted.
I can't believe the contracts were in Greek.
In Greek.
Usually the international language for business is English.
The contracts were in Greek.
Wow.
So he had a rough night. He's been under a lot of stress, I have to say. And then I didn't make it easier today. And then I'm like, you better work your ass off when we go to Florida. I'm not
He
27
calls me
anymore.
at 12 o'clock. He's like, I'm ready for a drink. Noon.
And he did.
Yeah?
We opened a bottle of red wine.
There you go.
It was like 11:35.
11:35.
We were pouring
11
Kahlua
o'clock
in the coffee.
I mean-
have drinks.
Let me tell you, the amount of stress that we're under, but plus it's like, you do get emotionally attached
Yeah.
to being in a house.
Well, we've been here for 20
And
years.
you know, and then I have relationships,
Yeah.
like 20 years,
Yeah,
friendships. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I was literally, I don't even know if I was pregnant with Gabe yet when I met Leon. Like, I remember being pregnant with Gabe and going to Leon, and so it's tough. Like when you have these kind of relationships, and then it's like, But Leon did mention maybe he'd move to South Carolina.
Oh.
So.
With John Penny.
Hot skip and a jump to get there.
Well, you know, Dad loves that Ron DeSantis.
He does love Ron DeSantis. Too bad he's going to be vice president by the time you guys get down there.
I know, by the time we sell this place.
By the time we sell the house and actually get to Pensacola,
And then
it'll
the
be
Dem
vice
will
president
take over.
DeSantis.
If a Dem takes over, you'll see me jump in Escambia Bay.
Jump right off that 3 Mile bridge.
Just
Right
right off the Scenic Highway.
Right over the top.
I'll tell you, man, it's just so, it's been like a whirlwind. Like every minute it's like,
It
and then we had
sounds
his
quite crazy.
birthday party after show on
Yes,
Saturday.
yes. Prez's birthday party with all of his fabulous, fantasious friends.
Yeah.
And
He had a friend who came here. Am I allowed to say it?
Did the celebrity come to the house?
Oh, the East Haven hero did
Yes.
come to the
So
house.
he was here. Wow, we had a celebrity in the house.
Yeah.
Wow. So how was he? Did anybody
Great,
ask
he's
for his
a- he's-
autograph?
No, but he's
No?
a great kid.
Nobody was
Javin's
like,
really-
oh my god, it's on my forehead.
No,
No?
we've already gotten past that stage.
Jesus Christ.
But it was a lot of fun.
What-
And then we watched the Preakness.
The Preakness
Preakness.
cake. Yeah, that
What the hell was that horse that won?
Medina Spirit.
Medina Spirit
No,
lost.
yeah, he got his ass kicked.
The horse, what was
He
it?
got third.
I was like, you couldn't
Yeah, it
pronounce
was
the
just
name.
random.
It
What was
started
the
with
name
an
of it?
R.
It
It
was
was
like,
hold on, I actually
like that's, I mean, that horse like came out of nowhere too. That horse.
It was 11-1 shot.
That horse was high on drugs, man. I'm telling
You
you
think
now,
that horse
that
cheated
horse
out?
needs to be drug tested.
Wow.
The way that it finished so strong like that, I've never seen that before in my life. Coming around the outside,
Wow.
the horse
really?
literally came on the outside.
Yeah, it wasn't close at
And-
all.
It wasn't even close. I've never seen a horse finish like that
So
before.
you're thinking it's a cheating horse too? Well, I think
Yeah.
once Bob Manfred, or what is it, Bob Manfred or whatever his name is, did it. That's
Yeah.
the guy. Yeah. Now everybody's gonna do it.
Well, that horse looked high as a kite, if you want my honest opinion. And they're like, who cares? We'll
Horse
just shut
racing's
up.
screwed forever now.
Well, you know what? Get him high, win the bets,
Yeah.
and then who cares?
May the best
Take
high
away-
horse
Take
win.
away the title. Take away the title, but you still win your money. Think about that.
I
Because they're not
know.
taking
I
away
was
the
like,
money.
you could
So just shoot up your
do
horse.
so much scams with that.
Take your cash, and especially if your horse is like 12-1.
Man, this
20
doesn't
to
help
1.
the horse abusive talk either.
What?
Well, there's like big scandals that there's like people out there that are going after horse racing because they say that they abuse the animals.
How about the humans? Can we talk about the way they abuse the humans? Humans are abused all the time.
Yeah, but
I mean,
that
this
doesn't
is-
matter. It
this
doesn't
is
matter.
Earth.
Humans are abused.
We are here on Earth, and we're all abused. Humans, horses.
Yeah, get in line, pal.
Yeah, exactly.
Lauren almost got beat up by her horse today.
Really?
Yeah, so Lauren had a great ride.
Mhm.
Horse did phenomenal. You know, everybody was happy. So we decided, and at this barn, it's a gorgeous barn. Like, it's really, really nice. Like, beautiful property.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it's awesome. So they have this giant gazebo in the middle of this, like, it's kind of like a pasture
Mhm.
of just, like, beautiful grass. So we brought the horse into the pasture, let him eat grass, and we sat in the gazebo, and
Sorry,
talked with
Brent
one
from
of the
Public High.
one of the trainers. You know, Gabe didn't go to class today.
Probably.
So, you know, we were all hanging out, and so then you can't keep the horse in the grass for long, because horses, they don't know how to have, like, any control, so they just eat. Like, Dante didn't come up for air once during his 20 minutes of being in the grass. So we gave him 20 minutes to eat the grass and enjoy himself, and then we were going to bring him back. So Dante was not happy when it was time to go back to his, like, pen. So he tried to kick Lauren, like, straight back, like, put his ass to Lauren's face and just tried to kick her, like, right in the.
How did
right in
she
the pasture.
know? Like, how
So
did she?
the way you could tell with horses, this is how you know. So a horse, you could tell their mood. You know, with dogs, you can kind of tell their mood by their tail,
Yeah.
and whether the tail is up or the tail is down. You kind of know whether they're sad or not. So with horses, it's their ears. So if the ears are straight forward and pointed up, that means they're in a good mood. They're happy. They're social. If their ears go straight back, like an arrow in the opposite direction, watch out. The horse is pissed off. The
Right.
horse is not happy. So, and Dante is probably like a 7.5 foot horse, like big horse, like really gorgeous horse. So, Lauren's like picking his head up, like, all right, come on, we gotta go back. And Dante's ears go straight back, and he like lines up. Like, the horses, they're quick, so they like turn their body and line up their body to shoot back at you when, you know, you're standing there. So he like put his ears back. He like looked at her and turned his whole body quick and tried to do a quick kick. And Lauren, being around horses her whole life, kind of knew, so she was able to move out of the way and not get kicked. But yeah, Dante was like really pissed off.
So what did she do after he did that? Did she smack his ass?
Yeah, we had to fight with him a little bit and get him going. He made her work for it to bring her back inside. Like, he tried to run from her and drag her a little bit, because like the thing is on his head, and he hooked a leash onto it to pull him around. So she was like pulling the leash, and then he started sprinting. So Lauren's holding up, getting thrown around by this horse for the grass. Yeah, it was nuts. It was crazy. Dante
So she
was,
knows not to take him to that field
yeah,
anymore.
yeah. He's done for grass for a long time.
Yeah.
We're gonna stick to the regular horse treats for now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Precious
he's
saying
different.
I'm just going through public schools.
He was giving it to her on the horse track.
That's really scary.
Mm.
Oh, I
Project's
do love
done
a
that
horse
to me.
though.
They're awesome. I was around them today, and the barn was pretty crowded. Like, everybody was taking their horse out because they have this really nice trail and connected to their area, and you could take the horse on like a horse trail ride and just ride them around the trails, and they love it. So a lot of like the older people, like probably in their like 70s,
Yeah.
like late 60s, early 70s, come and take, like, they lease the horses, so they take their horse and they go on trail rides, they ride them outside, and or just like take them out and just play with them outside, because horses like to play. Horses are really like interesting animals because they're like really smart, but they're also like, they're like, you know, dogs in a way, where if you like take care of them, they'll be very obedient to you. So sometimes you take them into the arena and they have like really big like balls and stuff where you'll kick around the ball with the horse, and the horse will want to play and stuff. It's really nice. It's awesome. So a lot of the older people were doing that today. So
That sounds like a fun day until she almost got kicked and
yeah,
dragged.
yeah, until the horse whooped her ass a little bit. But
Talk about getting
which
dragged.
is so funny because the pasture is right next to another set of stables.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the horses came out and tried to fight our horse because, you know, like, they're very like territorial.
Really?
So they came up to the fence and like bit his ass because he was standing on like the fence line, like eating
Bit
grass,
his
and tried
ass.
to go over, chomped right on the ass cheek.
Was his ass okay?
Yeah, no, it wasn't like a really like a chomp and rip some skin out. It was
It was
just like
an F-U.
yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
It was like,
this is my grass. Don't come
I
over
really
here.
don't want you coming near my grass
Yeah.
anymore.
And what's interesting is that they're all at this barn. They're all separated by sex, so
Right.
that they don't just mate with each other all day.
Mhm.
So, Dante's with like 6 other guy horses, and they're always like playing and hanging out. And then, so this was over by the girl pen, and the girls get really chippy with each other. And then when the boy horse came over, they were like, "Hold on, we gotta bite his ass real quick." Let him know. So it's always pretty interesting when they interact with each other. And actually, a horse that Lauren rode when she was a little girl named Lexus is actually at this new barn that we go to.
Wow.
Because she was rescued from the barn that she used to go to. This guy, Rick is his name, who got his barn taken away for abusing the animals and not doing a
Aw.
good job. And so he lost a horse, and that horse was rescued by the barn that we go to now. And then when we showed up, the horse was there, and his name was Lexus, and Lauren was like, "This looks exactly like the horse that I used to train when I was little." And they did a whole check, and it was like, "Oh yeah, that's the horse that used to ride."
Did she
when
get
we
to
were little."
pet Lexus?
Yeah, we hang out with Lexus all the time, and you could tell they kind of like remember each other and they interact with each other, so it's cute, it's funny.
Oh, that
So
and that must be sentimental for Lauren because probably her mom took her there with Lexus.
yeah,
right?
I'm pretty positive that her mom would come and see Lexus, so it was
Uh-oh.
nice.
Dad
Oh,
and Olivia are back.
Living dad of return. Uh-oh,
I hope
that's
soccer went well.
Angry people coming into the house.
I don't know. Olivia might be okay,
Show.
but Dad.
Dad, well,
Dad's
Dad's
not
not.
having a good day.
Dad's not in a good mood today.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, but yeah, crazy day. A ton of people riding horses today.
Well, it's so nice
but-
out.
It is really nice out. Like, and it's supposed to be nice out like the whole week, like in the 80s and sunny. It's nice. I mean, every day I feel like every time I like go out to work and stuff, the beach is always packed.
Yeah.
So summer's coming. What are we, a week and a half out from Memorial Day now? We're 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
Memorial
I
Day
can't
weekend's
wait.
coming.
I cannot wait.
What do you guys do for Memorial Day weekend? Anything good?
Well, Ollie's supposed to come over.
Oh, there we go.
With
So,
Rowan, right?
Huh?
With Rowan.
Yeah,
right?
Rowan's supposed to come too.
Baby Rowan is coming.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm so
Baby
excited.
Rowan is gonna be in the house.
Yes. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to have
That's
some
awesome.
friends
do a little,
over.
do a little barbecue or something. Get
Yeah.
the grill going. Get the pool going.
Yeah,
There you go. A
exactly.
little summer kickoff.
You know,
That'll be
maybe.
nice.
Oh, Max left me to go say hi to Olivia. So yeah, so it should be fun. I'm looking forward to Memorial Day weekend actually.
Memorial Day weekend, I feel like, is always a good time, just because it's the kickoff of summer and everybody
And
gets
you know
really
what?
excited. And
Like I told Dad, I was like, this whole sale plus moment thing is quite good because then we can enjoy Gabe's graduation. We can enjoy Memorial Day. We can
Yeah.
enjoy not have to rush out of here.
No, I agree. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm not gonna comment on it.
I'll
All I
tell
know
you
is
the pool.
it's 83 degrees and sunny every day, and that pool it's gotta look great.
Oh, it's tough when you're driving for hours and you're so
Yeah,
busy.
you're
Or
hosting
working,
your driver's
and you lift
driver's
your
ed
head.
school in this house.
Oh, and you just lift your head and you look at the pool and you're working. There's
Yeah.
no enjoying going in it.
That's tough. What Dad used to say, I only look at it, I don't go in it.
Yeah,
I bought that pool, and all I do is look at it all year. I never go in.
that is
So
true.
that's what he always says. That's his go-to line. But yeah, I mean that's exciting. Summer's around the corner. Rumbauer was the name of the horse that won the Preakness Stakes.
See?
Rumbauer.
Rumbauer. Is that Branford Public Schools again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well, that was Brentford High School, not Brentford.
They need to really let you know that Gabe doesn't go to school. Like you don't already know. We haven't gotten that call over 100 times.
I took him out driving for 2 hours today. I think I know he didn't go to school. Hey Olivia, how are you? Okay. Well, let me tell you, it's really frustrating because they messed up these kids so much mentally with this whole COVID thing.
Mm.
They're not the same kids.
Yeah, what did you think about Texas? They've had zero COVID deaths in the last week.
And they took off their masks months ago.
They went out, and Biden made this huge thing
Yeah.
about Texas is doing the wrong thing, and Texas is the worst state because they don't care about their people, and not one COVID death the last week.
They took
no
their
mask.
masks off months ago.
Yeah. Well, Thursday, Coach.
What's
no
Thursday?
masks. You don't need a mask in Connecticut.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think. I think they like no restrictions in the restaurants. It's full capacity in the movie theaters.
Thursday?
Thursday. The
Oh.
19th.
Well, St. George put out that like now you don't have to make like a reservation, and we're
Yeah,
back
yeah.
to like normal mass except masks.
Well,
So-
I know
I
I have to wear
think
a
we
mask
could-
at your confirmation.
I think you could still sing. I think like they brought singing back and that stuff, but you just still have to wear a mask.
There you go. Producer Price is letting us know. So the church is still requiring masks.
Our archdiocese put out there like
Gotcha.
these are new
Well, yeah.
COVID
So I think
guidelines.
the Lamont said it's up to the business if they want to continue the mask policy or not. I know a lot of restaurants are doing for the outdoor seating. If you want to just sit outside, you don't need a mask. So like you don't even have to walk into the restaurant with a mask. It's only if you're sitting indoors.
You don't need a mask.
We should go do our show from Lenny's Thursday.
We should do a live show, even though they'd probably kick us out halfway through because they'd be like, "What the fuck? Fucking Trump folks,
No.
anti-vaxxers." They'd probably throw us out.
You know
Right
who we
near
could do
the
a show
Alps.
from and we wouldn't get kicked out?
Where's that?
The Elks.
No, because you can't be political at the Elks.
And they have Wi-Fi.
Do that.
Yeah.
Free Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Oh. I know. Maybe I have to become an elk and then get them to sponsor the show or something.
You should become an Elk. It's fantastic. I love the Elks.
The Elks, yeah.
I love the Elks, right, Max?
Mr. Max should become an elk, I think.
Oh.
I think he'd be a good elk.
I think Hotshot would be a better Elk. I could see Hotshot joining the Elks.
Hotshot becoming an elk?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I can
Except
see him.
Hotshot doesn't love the United States because he's a communist.
He is not
Wow.
a communist.
Communist talk here on the show.
So crazy.
Max says he's joining the Owenigo.
Max would fit in perfectly at the Owenigo.
He's an
Or the
Owenigo.
Pine
so-
Orchard Club.
Yeah, the Pine Orchard Country
What do you think
Club.
about de Blasio expanding the police force after defunding it?
De Blasio's an ass. That's
De
what I
Blasio
think about
said-
De Blasio.
I made a mistake. We need more police.
Well,
What do you think about the gay pride parade?
yeah, that's what I was
here we
about
go.
to
Not
say.
wanting the cops there. That pisses me
Wow,
off.
so the gays said no police.
Yeah.
They are afraid of the police. That is some bullshit.
They said that-
When have the police beat up the gays?
Never. They protect the gays. Let me tell you, I grew up in New York City.
Yeah.
I was there by default accidentally at the first gay pride parade. I'll never forget. We're going into Citibank, right? And, you know, like back then that was an actual bank, like Chase, like Citizens, like
Yeah.
was Citibank, right? So
That's
we're
so
going
nice.
into Citibank and then we come out and there's a float and they're like naked men dancing on this float. There are no people. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, what's that? And my mother's like, cover your eyes, girls, cover your eyes. It was like probably the inaugural gay pride parade, okay?
Yeah.
So let me tell you something. Gays used to get beat up. The drag queens used to get beat up. Do you know who protected them? The police. Okay? After 9/11, the cops used to be at the gay pride parade and everybody wanted to take pictures with the cops.
Yeah.
Like they were
Yeah.
heroes. Like the cops protect.
And even like the cops, even there's some gay cops out there.
Of course
That's
there
like,
are.
You know, maybe the cops.
Of
I'm
course
sure
there
they,
are.
you know, they
But
have to feel a little.
Why
upset.
does you know the gay parade have to align themselves with Black Lives Matter and be
Yeah.
like this Marxist theology? And now the police are the enemies. Like the police protect them.
Yeah.
Like you know, like I'm so annoyed with this. I'm so annoyed. I heard it today, and I was like, you know.
De
I said
Blasio
these
says
people
it's a
don't know
mistake.
their history. You know when they say you don't know your history?
Yeah.
I'm like, these new up and comers don't know their history.
Yeah. No. You're
Because
right.
it's that thin blue line that's protecting their ass when there's some crazy homophobe who wants to kick their ass.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sorry to say, I know this isn't going to be politically correct, but I'll tell you, in the black community, they're not so nice to the gay people to say, you know,
Yeah.
they're not too nice to the Chinese either.
Well, you know what's funny?
So it's not right.
I
then-
100% agree with you, and I always say one thing that always bothers me, and I wouldn't say that it bothers me, but it's something I always think about, and you wouldn't know this person, but there was a rapper, this guy Pop Smoke. He's from New York. He died last year, but he had a song, and in this song, one of the lines goes, "We don't f with the N-word because they're gay." Like that's one of the lines. He said we don't like. So basically, he says we don't fuck with the gays. Like speaking as like for the black people. So for the pride people, and then I always like say I'm like, You know, it's weird because if a white person ever said, you know, that like
Oh, yeah,
imagine
like I don't even know any singers.
but even
that are,
anybody, like I know that if the minute you say something and they find a reason to cancel you, like they are like, boom, you're canceled. But Pop Smoke can get away with saying that, you know, us blacks don't fuck with the gays, like straight up in a song. And I know gay people that are like, yeah, Pop Smoke. It's like, what are you talking? Pop Smoke is literally telling you that he doesn't like you because you're gay in a song, and you're just like, yeah, Pop Smoke, King of New York. Like
well,
what?
Pop Smoke got smoked.
Like what? Yeah, no, but yeah, he got murdered in his own house.
Well, that's what happens when you're a nasty person.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't understand. Well, just like women, how could you be for women's rights and listen to half of these songs that these women sing that are just disgusting?
Mm-hmm.
I can't even take it. Like I listen to some of these lyrics and I'm like, this is so repulsive.
Yeah.
And how could any woman be for a woman like
Role models. Those
Objectifying their own body.
just I don't know. I have to be honest with you. Like the women singers and the music was so good years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so funny because I heard this Bobby Brown song. One of my favorites was Roni. I need a tenderoni, my heart belongs to a Roni. Like it's just so romantic and so sweet. And that was a huge hit when I was a teenager. And I heard this song and it brought back like all these memories of when I was young. I can't imagine these kids now. Like, what are the songs that they're gonna be listening to? That are, like that Pop Smoke song. Like it's so disgusting. Or I don't know. I listen to some of the music. I have to change the channel.
Yeah.
On the radio,
Look,
I'm sorry.
On our a lot, like me and my friends and Lauren, we hardly ever listen to the newer music now. Like we listen to a lot of like
bad.
classic rock or even I like the country. I mean, I know you're not a country person, but I like the country.
Music.
The country music is terrible.
I'm not a country music.
And then I like the old school music. Like I like a lot of Elton John and Billy Joel and Frank Sinatra. I listen to a lot of Frank Sinatra.
Bruce
Elvis.
Springsteen is coming out with
hardly
a
ever
new
listen to
novel,
Bruce. Actually,
a
Lauren
new
yelled at me
album.
because I listen to Bruce.
Oh, she's against Bruce?
No, she's not against Bruce, but I put it on in the car ride. I put on the Born to Run album just because I like to listen to it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, Bruce Springsteen sucks.
Well, he's coming out with a new record.
I was like, are you talking about the boss?
He does
like,
suck.
he sucks.
He does have some good songs though. Like I like that Thunder Road.
I like Thunder Road.
I like Born to Run.
Yeah.
And Rosalita. I remember when Rosalita though used to have an MTV video.
Yeah.
That video would come on and you were like, oh shit, and it would last like 12 minutes. And it was just, that video never ended. That was the one video
I like
hated.
10th Avenue, what is it? 10th Avenue, oh god.
10th Avenue Freeze Out.
Yeah, 10th Avenue Freeze Out. I like that song too.
How's that song go?
10th Avenue Freeze Out.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Avenue Freeze Out. That's on that album. I like that song. I listen to that song sometimes. I think it's pretty good. I'm a fan. The Boss.
It would be nice if there
King
was
of
some
Jersey.
new music that was actually really good.
There won't be.
All the music that comes out now sucks.
Dog shit. Really bad.
It is really bad. It's a shame because there used to be some really good records. But what
Max drinks from the music bowl. Of shit music.
That's
dog water.
Olivia when she's like, that's dog water.
Yeah.
I know.
Olivia
Hot
loves
Shot finds
music.
that slur really offensive.
Well,
Hot
you
Shot
should
finds
see her.
That
Well, Hotshot was
slur.
drinking that dirty water, remember?
Yeah.
And he got offended when it was below that plant.
Oh, at the poinsettia.
Yeah, when he had the
Christmas.
poinsettia, and Press was like, "You're poisoning the dog water."
You were. It was getting.
And then you put the bowls in the mud room, and Prez wasn't happy about
Oh
that either.
no, he wasn't.
And then what did they do? They threw up all over the place.
That's right. They threw up all over the place. Dog owner
them-
Prez. No, dog owner Prez knows what's best. He's
Yeah,
been around.
they
He's
need
been
to
in the
stay.
game for a long time now.
He's a very good dog. He's
He's
an
a veteran.
animal lover. He is an avid animal lover for sure.
Speaking of which, John Kenny I think is getting a dog.
Really?
Yeah, he so John Kenny's always wanted a Mastiff, and just the other day we've come across a Mastiff up for adoption, a 2-year-old Mastiff.
Does he know the shits that dog's gonna take? They're
I
huge.
know.
They're like
Yeah,
the
but they
size
don't-
of that
they
chair.
They don't walk. They don't walk. They go in the backyard.
Oh God, you're gonna
They're
have
not-
one big
They're not-
toilet bowl.
I know. So I'm gonna end up probably taking the dogs out for a while.
Oh,
That's
I'll
all.
be a
Those
dog.
dogs are
More-
huge. That's
more
why I
dog.
can't do like giant dogs because
me
I'm like
neither.
they're too. I like the little. The
Hot Shot?
Hot Shot's like a great size.
It's the biggest poop I could deal with. Like his
That's the
poop, and
biggest?
I feel like it's way too big. I like max size poop. They look like little Tootsie
Little
Rolls.
nuggets.
Yeah, they're like little Tootsie Rolls.
Little,
That I,
little
you
Lincoln
know,
logs that
Hot
yeah,
Shots.
Lincoln Logs. Hot
Because
Shots
if you
has
take
a
out
good
the
vibe.
other dogs, then you need to bring like a whole.
Get a shovel.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to do a whole affair. But with those dogs, you could just do the scoop with the plastic bag. and-
Yeah, it's true.
Wow. All right. Look at that. Press giving a little insight. I'm excited. I want to get a German Shepherd eventually. That's my go-to dog.
Those,
Great animals. Great animals.
They're hit or miss German Shepherds.
Hit
You
or
have to.
miss.
You have to be a really good dog owner to.
Yeah, they're very
They're
smart.
nice.
You have to be good at training them.
Yeah.
Because if you don't train them and they like
No.
go
well,
buck
obviously
wild, they could kill you.
Train the dog.
Well, that's why you have to be a good dog owner because you could get dogs that it's just like. And
Yeah.
then
So
it's,
Liv can never get a German Shepherd.
yes, Olivia stick to the little white puppy.
World's worst dog owner.
Olivia
She should
should
stick
never
to,
get
like-
another dog.
Yeah.
Like
she-
she's gonna just have to pet her husband's dog someday.
And get a nanny.
She should never get another dog again.
Or maybe if her husband's a good dog owner like
Mr.
you,
Max.
she'll get another little
She'll
dog.
have
Max.
to get-
Max was abandoned as a dog.
Well,
Max-
that's
Max
why-
spends all his time with me and Dad lately.
Olivia's-
I'll get custody of
Now that
Max.
Presley's back at school, he's with your father and I all the time.
He would, yeah, because remember he used to always do that, and then when the minute everybody comes home, then it's like, who are you? Who
But
are you?
look, now he's with, the other night he was in the bed. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah?
oh my gosh, Max.
Well, Mr. Max jumping on the couch now. He's a big dog now.
He is.
He is.
He's
He's
taking that
grown
next
up.
step. He's a big dog. Big dog Max. Oh, all right, Coach. Well, we had a good show today, I thought.
I thought the show was good.
Yeah, it was
I hope
good.
it wasn't too controversial.
No,
I don't
no,
think so. I thought it was
we're
fun.
never controversial on the show, ever.
Olivia's
But,
hot shot.
I thought we had a great start to the week. Coach, any big events besides we got President's Confirmation next Sunday, which we'll talk about that on the next show on Thursday. But any big events between now and Thursday that you want to talk about?
Nope, just work, mulching, cleaning.
Well, mulching will be Saturday, even though early forecast for Saturday call for rain.
Really?
Yeah.
So
rain.
you might have
Oh.
to come during the week.
Yeah.
I
it'll
know.
be like a
I'm
Friday.
working 12
Yeah,
to
maybe I'll
4.
come Friday and then we'll
Yeah.
just get it done. It's better that we didn't do it early though. With all this pollen, it would have wrecked
I
everything.
agree.
It would
I agree.
look
I'm
like
glad
that.
that we're waiting for the pollen to fall a lot. So.
It would have looked terrible. So it'll look good hopefully. I want it to look nice for his confirmation and for Gabe's graduation.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you doing a party or are you not doing a party?
I am gonna do a little
What
party.
what
I
is
have to
it?
get
What's it looking
invitations.
like for Sunday? What's the plan for Sunday?
Sunday we're just gonna come here after his confirmation.
Okay.
Press, do you want to go to dinner? Or, well, we'll talk about it after the show.
Oh, we'll
Yeah.
talk about it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we don't want to. I mean, unless
We'll
any of the
bore
viewers want to
everybody.
come, we'll they're invited. No, I'm just kidding.
They'll be like free food.
We don't want to hang out with you guys. All right. Well, Coach, great show.
Thank
It was
you.
an absolute pleasure as always. Producer Press, thanks for being behind the camera. Our YouTube
Oh,
viewers
no
will be
problem.
grateful. Nibs and Max, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys next